What a little story. Again, I started writing a couple of days ago and finished today. So I might stutter and stammer a bit. This is true as well, it's completely true. In 1 week recently, I made 2 bus journeys. On the first, I watched an elderly woman extinguish her half-smoked cigarette with her yellow nicotine-stained fingertips in preparation for alighting the oncoming bus. On noticing my unbridled astonishment, she winked at me, smiling a little, revealing her one and only black tooth, hanging precariously in her mouth, clinging on for dear life. She put the butt in her pocket and dug around for her fare whilst hacking up phlegm into her other hand, which she then proceeded to dig and delve in the other pocket, producing a used tissue, another fag butt, and a couple of coins. I vowed from that day forth to always wash my hands after handling money. So I got on the bus, somewhat disturbed, informing the bus driver I didn't desire change, thank you. I kept my hands on my lap the whole journey, the old woman hacking and wheezing some length down the bus from me, occasionally looking in my direction. On the second, I ventured to disregard my latest bus experience. Everyone in the bus shelter looked ordinary enough. The bus driver was kind, promising to inform me when we were approaching my destination. I had never made this journey before or used this particular bus service, nor am I likely, I hasten to add again. I almost found the experience pleasurable, initially. The weather was good. A warm spring afternoon, driving through the countryside. Downstairs on the double-decker, it was relatively empty. There was a window slightly ajar, which allowed for a gentle warm breeze, bringing with it traces of germination. I stared at the scenery, quite relieved. In fact, I can't deny it. I felt quite at ease, peaceful, relaxed and comfortable, until my eyes, which had, up to that moment, been occupied by endless fields inhabited with either lamb or dandelion, drifted back into the interior of the bus and found themselves settling on the reading material of the chubby and fat, red-faced man in front of me. He was shamelessly, publicly ogling at the page 3 model of his trashy joke of a newspaper. His grease-riddled hair was a peculiar cut. He ran a fat, dirty hand through it as I watched him. Suddenly, the gentle pollen-bearing breeze was wafting the evidence that this man had poor hygiene. I longed for it to be closed. I wanted to get up and shut it, slapping him on his bald patch and chastising him for his behaviour on my way back. "You're a disgrace!" I imagined myself saying. "Eh?" he responded in the scene I played out in my mind. You bigoted pig, you're a disgrace! Your t-shirt's filthy and unironed, you need a haircut, your body odour is overwhelming, have a bloody wash! You're a grown man, sort your life out! Also, there are children on this bus if you haven't noticed. You're getting off on this degrading voyeuristic shit, and I can't believe it's actually legal. Board of Mercedes, Paris, or whatever inanimate object or country this moronic class as sex-betraying insubordinate called herself. Shall I start that again? Board of Mercedes, Paris, or whatever inanimate object or country this moronic, classless, sex-betraying insubordinate had called herself. He folded up the paper, to my relief, and disposed of it in a black carrier bag with gold stripes. The ambiguous yet recognisable vessels given to you in sex shops. Whether he read my mind or was simply taking a break from his vigorous studying, I was unsure. However, overpowered by his aroma, I felt I could bear to be in his presence no longer. I walked to the driver and insisted he let me walk home from the stop. I was 5 miles from my destination, he informed me.